All right, welcome to the Sideline Report. I'm Marvin Jackson along with Donna Hopkins and Barry Barnes. And looks like we have a quarterback controversy back again in Washington, D.C. Huh?
You didn't see it coming?
I think it was coming during preseason.
Well, we knew all along it was going to happen, huh?
Yeah.
That, that one person was not going to start the whole season.
Right. I looked at it. I looked at this situation was that they knew coming in, okay, let's let Rex take the game. Let's give him the helm. Let him lead the way for right now because he's a veteran. He's been around. So let him go out there and take his lumps because he's going to struggle. And then when it was time for Beck to come in there, they know this is the guy they want to actually give the keys to the car, so to speak, to. So this is one of those situations that they knew was going to happen. Now you want to see what's going to happen on the field.
This was an ugly situation from the beginning of the season because they had two quarterbacks that wasn't really starting quarterbacks, right, because they really wanted John Beck to be the starter from day one. But what happened is he messed up in the last preseason game, so that shot him as far as being the starter. Now, with Rex coming in, like you said, Barry, that's the experience. But the thing about it still is that he was, as they say, the 50-50 man. He was going to do good at times, he was going to do bad. But already he's had more turnovers than he had in the 3 starts that he had last year, and he's killing them. It'd be one thing like Michael Vick turning over the ball, but he makes plays. One thing about Rex is he turns over the ball, and they still don't make the plays to compensate for those turnovers.
Right.
And he also has no mobility. I mean, John Beck does have mobility. Right. Who do you guys think they should go with?
Well, honestly, what I think they should do is my situation, my concern is that Kyle Shanahan, hopefully that he can swallow his pride and not say to himself, okay, we want to be this passing team, get caught up in the things that Tampa Bay and the Saints are doing. You don't have that personnel to become that passing team. What you have 3 workhorses in that backfield. You need to change the whole complexity of your game plan, focus on that running game. Don't try to be something that you're not, because if you go in there and be something that you're not, you're going to be exposed. The nation already believes that you're not going to do nothing anyway. Only thing you're going to do is just play into the roles what the national media have, stated about the Redskins prior coming to this season. If he just swallowed his pride, look at what he have. Don't try to create something that you don't have. They should be fine. Use those 3 backs they got.
But you know what? They've got to have a balanced offense. I mean, they use the backs as far as that goes, but they've got to get the passing game going because if you don't have a balanced attack, people shut down the Redskins. They were going against an Eagles team that had been giving up 140 yards. Wow, the Redskins can't even get 60 yards with 3 backs. So what the Redskins have to do is get the passing game going along with their running game because they do have some pretty good receivers if they use them. I mean, Cooley is out pretty much for a while. Fred Davis is your top receiver as a tight end, but the person they're missing the most as far as the offense is Anthony Armstrong. This is a guy that stretches the field. This is what they're missing in that. And I think, like you said, you asked us who they should go with. Beck probably is the best bet for them right now. You take them, as far as the mistakes that he's going to make, okay, that's all right. But the thing about it is he's more mobile, and he has the stronger arm between the 2 quarterbacks. Rex has had these games to basically get the Redskins on as far as in the division lead. But the thing about it is he's making too many mistakes that's killing this team right now.
Yeah. And you were saying also, we were talking earlier, that the Redskins didn't seem to come out really up for this game. The Eagles really were. They pretty much had to win that game.
Because they were desperate.
They were desperate.
Yeah, they were definitely desperate. So when you have a desperate team coming into town, and you already have a team that's 3-1, but it's not a strong 3-1. It's not like a Baltimore Ravens 3-1. You know they're gonna, Baltimore's gonna come out and play.
They think they're better than they really are at 3-1.
Exactly. And so with that break, they were settled. They had to get in a rhythm. I don't care how good you are. You're gonna come out a little slow. Unfortunately, since the Redskins is not that type of team that can just click it and turn that light switch on and just go for what they have to do on the field. That's the problem they have. But to back up Donna earlier, John Beck is definitely the best choice because the defensive pressure they're going to get from the next 3 teams.
Yeah, this is a team that when you look at the games that they played thus far, it's not like they played great games from the games that they won to be 3-1. They struggled against the Rams. Rex did. He hasn't had really a strong game, but that Giants game. So offensively, I don't know why they would have come in not prepared to play the Eagles, because it's not like the Redskins don't have a tougher schedule as they go on. Right. I mean, Carolina, Buffalo, and then the Eagles. Those games, right? Those three right there were going to be tough games. So in a division like the NFC East, this is the team that you've got to establish yourself, because anything can change. And I don't think the Redskins, like you said, came prepared to play that game. I don't know why.
Yeah. And plus when the Niners come
they should have been hungry in that game
Yeah.
against the Eagles.
Because that would have been really big if they had won another divisional game.
A wounded team
Yes.
that came into with all the mistakes they were making.
Right. It definitely, the recipe for the Eagles to fall was definitely there.
Yeah.
And with that game, the way how the defense adjusted in the second half, kept giving the offense time, kept giving the offense time to actually pull out this win. That was one of those things. It's like, oh man, we had it, because they actually had killed the X factor. They stopped Michael Vick. They was able to take Brian Selleck out of the game by putting Landry on top of him. The defense stayed at home. Instead of in the first half, they kept sending Kerrigan and Rapport to the outside. But in the second half, one of them had rushed in, other one stayed back with containment with Rocky McIntosh on them. They made their adjustments, and if the offense would just had some kind of spark, you get one of those touchdowns, they would have won.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right.
Is
well, I
they
tell you
didn't-
what, we're going to continue this
Okay.
later on. We got to take a break right now.
Already?
We're going to
Hey,
continue.
Barry, he has to take a break.
Well, I thought you got
All right, and we'll be right back with more Sideline Report. Don't go away.